Hi, it's currently week 3 of the weekly updates. Now I'm looking forward to making these because throughout the week I'm consciously being reminded of what tasks that I have set, like what type of goals I've set for the prior week, and I have to publicly acknowledge and document. Even if nobody's watching, I think it's just like a practice, a deliberate practice of am I the person that I say I am, you know? And you only build that in private, and whatever you do in private, eventually public does recognize. But you have to build yourself up to the character. So last week I was mentioning I wanted to spend more time in audit. So from last week, I definitely have spent more time. Also within the recon process for work, I think I'm getting a better understanding of it, and I'm also training with waking up a little bit earlier to train with the offshore team in India. So that's been a really fun challenge as well to absorb. One thing that I recognize in kind of a manager feedback was I get too knee deep into the weeds of things when I try to learn something. And my learning process is usually like to quiz myself and I reiterate the information. So I mean, I think this is considered the Feynman technique, which is you taken the best way of actually demonstrating your knowledge is if you could essentially demonstrate what you know and in a very synthesized manner and also concisely. But what I was doing was I was just doing data dumping when my manager was asking about specific processes. So I want to get better at being an effective communicator and being more concise, but also being effective at maybe sharing information that is valuable, that is practical. So that's something that I'm working on, and that will help me progress further and further. So public communication and then a combination of technical skills will something that I mean that's essential, especially with what's going on with AI. And I think being able to communicate will be it's going to be a more and more valuable skill within the workplace because you truly have to demonstrate your value and you have to get visibility. Nobody's going to understand your work uh, unless like you speak to what you've created, like any deliverables, or if it's like KPI things, you have to really highlight yourself of why you are of value. So yeah, those two things I'm pretty happy about the progress. Yesterday I had a study session with Ming and spent we came to a conclusion that we have like a 3-year timeline goal um, for certain metrics and career aspects that we need to hit for like a partnership. So I am yeah, it's a lot of responsibility. So I have to work on time management and being able to focus like more intensely. And that's just something I have not been prioritizing. I think even since like the beginning of the stream, I feel like I spend a lot more time compared to other colleagues that I see. Not only in school but also in work as well. So I mean, I definitely have like the spirit, and I think I could outlast or I could endure, but I also want to get better at the intensity of focus. So that's something I'm working on. Um, Other things that I think I mentioned was classes. So I believe starting next week I'm starting another. So I'm gonna have like 3 classes in total, covering like the subjects of accounting. So yeah, I have to juggle work, this classes, and then the exam. Those are like my top 3 priorities, and then other things that's keeping me sane in terms of hobbies is running. That really keeps me sane. Weightlifting. I want to get more into yoga and mobility, and maybe of like self-expression. I would love to do salsa, like salsa dancing. Getting better with language. I haven't practiced the guitar in a while, and what else? I want to get back into like copywriting and just writing in general because it allows me to um, face reality for accept and face reality for what it is and really understand my emotions. If you haven't journaled, I highly recommend because you are able to uncover like maybe negative emotions, positive emotions, and be more in tune with yourself. And sometimes I do consume and I get lost, and really not like in tune with my emotions because I'm just continuously consuming. So going in this week, my goals are: number one, make more progress within the audit section, along with taking a couple more practice exams for the previous section. Number two, be able to do a full, make more strides within the recon process. And then number three, I want to make sure I balance the courses, like doing well in all of those courses, and then making strides within the partnership that I'm talking with my friend. Other than that, it's been really good. Um, Other thing, I feel a little bit lonely. I talked about this with Ming before, but I think that's kind of like the cost that I have to pay because right now I want to, for me to be in a position where I could give back. I feel like the most important decision I could do in this opportunity time, like opportunity window, is not here forever. So for me, I feel like I need to do this to become who I want to be, um, for my family, my friends, and the potential relationships in the future. So yeah, hope your week is going well. I'd love to maybe hear more about your weeks in the comments below. I will check them. So yeah, that's week 3. I'll see you next week.